Song, a thing called Lazy, this one, Lazy.
This is unique. This is different. I thought that there are two more members that have not got the center stage. One is the keyboardist, and the other is the bassist. Let's see if the seventh one, the final one, happens to be the bass guitar player's song. Not sure, but we'll find out soon.
This is a keyboard player's song.
Huh?
Organ and keyboard.
This one was more for the keyboard player. His contribution was more here, but again, the lead guitarist took the strong from him too. I like how towards the end he playing while going with the flow, it just got into something else. Initially, it sounded like that Sting song, Blue Suede Shoes.
Sting?
Is that Sting? No.
Sting.
There is something. I'm mixing 2-3 songs actually. There is Blue Suede Shoes or something. Why Breakfast and something. Two, three songs I'm mixing maybe right now. But the way he was going, it could be anyway, funky songs. And then it happened to be some folk or something like that, some rhapsody.
Swedish Rhapsody.
Yeah. It was good. It had its flow and, just go with the flow kind of thing. I would have liked even more if we actually went a little bit more into that. If we, since he already went in a direction, he should have continued for a minute maybe. It would have been
Even
much better.
the mouth organ made an appearance in this one.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are pretty interesting.
Simple.
If you're lazy, stay in bed. Yeah. If you want no money, you don't need to earn your bread or something like that. So I think it's about if you're lazy, you won't get much done. You won't really be able to do much work. You won't be really able to have a fancy lifestyle or have enough money to live, fulfill your dreams or whatever you want to do. I guess that's what it means, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting song. This one is quite different. The performance from the others, one is that you don't really have any obvious solos apart from that mouth organ or harmonica solo bit. And second is there's no, the little bit of the mixing and all. It's like, it's just going on, you're just doing your thing. You're just totally into it. But no one is standing out over here. It's like a band. It's like a band. And I don't think this song is something that stands out. For me, in my opinion, it was far too long. And I felt it should have been cut short. When you don't have much to go on, why are you playing for 10 odd minutes? So for me, it was like a dull song on this album. And dull performance on this album. It was a letdown in many ways for me. And I didn't really like it.
It's sort of filler in a long performance.
Yeah, but when you have a 7-album a 7-song album, live album, you don't really need a filler. You can't afford to put a filler in there. So for me, this was a letdown. This was a letdown towards the end. And I'm hoping the 7th song, which I don't think is a very interesting song to begin with, Space Trucking.
It is.
So when I listened to it, I think it's a 20-odd minute performance.
Okay.
So I hope that's not going to be as much of a letdown as this one. Because that will be a sad ending to this wonderful, otherwise outstanding, wonderful album till now.
Yes.
So let's move on to the 7th one very quickly.
All right.
Oh.
We announce that we come to the end of this album. I would like to be brutally honest here. The last two songs, Lazy and Space Trucking, definitely don't make it for a listener of today. Lazy, I still found it okay. It was a mixed bag of different things that were going on, and it was, but yet it was more like a filler than being a prominent song like other five that stood out so much and outstanding. It wasn't of the same level and same caliber. But this Space Trucking, I feel, back in the day, at that time, the way they were playing things, mechanical sounds and space, like something that they were creating, may have been a hit thing at that time. Savio, there's Star Trek and Star Wars, both, right? I get confused. I have not seen either of them. Little bit maybe here and there. Some references in different movies, and also I have not seen them though. Not that they appeal me so much. But so it was more like all of those sounds that were created on the organ, the keyboard. A lot of those sounds that have become very common in today's time. It is arcade game and so many different games, and that also were in the 90s. The games which had these sounds, they were also in the 90s, or now old stuff, dated. Rest of the music wasn't dated. It felt good. It felt like you listening to real music. But this stuff, maybe back those days, it was a huge thing for people to listen to, and especially in 1969 and all, USSR and America, racing for space and pretending that they have reached, one of them pretending that they reached the moon and all that. So who knows? So this may have been a sound of the era at that time, fresh in people's mind, spacecrafts and huge things and new things. And this music that was created literally on guitars and keyboard may have been a huge thing for people. They must be really loving it. But today, after so many years and so much more that has been given, at least in this kind of music, when mechanical music or industrial music or all the space sound also, it's so much more advanced today with so much technology. Of course, you have Skrillex and you have so many DJs, and they do far better jobs than all these sounds. So you don't really connect with this anymore. I was thinking, why was this the showstopper for Deep Purple when they had such an amazing album? Maybe because it was at that time applauded a lot, it was appreciated a lot by people, these kind of sounds. Maybe it was something new. People thought, oh, how are they doing it? Something really unique and something out of the box. But today, it doesn't fit together well. So that could have been, a trend at that time, but not really lasting today. Rest of the music was phenomenal, and that cannot be created today. But we do have better stuff when it comes to this.
I think it's a good song to put you to sleep. Good
Yeah, it
performance to
has,
put you to
all
sleep.
of that.
Maybe after you
together.
heard this whole album, by the end you'll literally fall asleep. I think I fell asleep a few times during this performance. It was blatantly boring
It
and
was too
totally
long.
disinteresting. I don't know why Deep Purple stooped to this level. It was...
I'm saying maybe because it was appreciated
I don't
back
know.
in
For
the
me,
day.
in my opinion, it was a total letdown. The last two performances, total disappointment, total letdown. Whether 1972 or in 2023, I think if I was listening to it back then, if I was alive and born, I would find this boring even back then. So for me, these two songs were a total letdown by Deep Purple. I don't know whose initiative or whose decision it was to add in these two on this album at the end. But thankfully, they were at the end. If they were at the beginning, trust
I
me,
don't think people would have come this far.
I would not have come this far, and I possibly would not, even if I heard all of them, because I was forced to, I would literally be giving a very negative review even to the earlier performances. Because after listening to this CRAP by Deep Purple, after listening to the good songs also, I would have felt, oh, they are not that good. So this, thankfully, they were right at the end. But after listening to this, I've completely forgotten, more or less forgotten the first five performances. This has been that bad for me.
Musical cleansing.
I said, is this the same 26-year-olds? Yeah, now they do sound like 26-year-olds. They sound absolutely unprofessional, pathetic, boring. And yeah, it is a showstopper. Because after this, you want them to stop the show. Literally, if I paid to watch such a performance, I would say, please stop and go back to England. I would literally be saying that to them. Because this was miserable. This was absolutely miserable by Deep Purple. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I can't believe what they did in this seventh song. The sixth song was bad enough. This was absolutely pathetic. One of the worst performances ever I've heard. Literally. I've heard a lot of live performances, whether on CD, whether in this reaction box, booth, whatever you want to call it, whether, at concerts, live, fest, etc. This is one of the worst I've ever heard. And initially I said that the people at the Blazian Fete, St. Blaise Fete were pathetic. This was even worse than them. Deep Purple sounded worse than those amateurs, 14-year-old, 15-year-olds performing at St. Blaise Church Fete a few days ago. Absolutely pathetic. This is a disaster. It's no wonder in today's world, if all these bands had, and I'm sure all of them did, have performances, lackluster, boring performances like this. It's no wonder artists such as Taylor Swift and Harry Styles can sing a song like Watermelon Sugar High, and Taylor Swift can sing all a crap, and yet they get away with it and sell so many copies. And you have such wonderfully talented, some of the best in the world, no doubt, some of the best musicians in the world, if they can put on such a crappy show at the end of it, anyone in today's world can succeed. They've shown us why people succeed in today's world. When you can do something so bad at the end, pathetic. Sad to say, but it really ruined it for me. The first few songs were absolutely amazing. 4, The Mule was okay.
I like
but
The Mule.
1, 2, 3, they were wow. Highway Star, Child in Time, the second
Child in
performance.
Time
Smoke on the Water, phenomenal. Then you had The Strange Kind of Woman, which was kind of unique in many ways. The musical arrangement, the lyrics. But then the 6th and 7th.
You have to just cut it
Disastrous.
short. Just cut them
It
off.
was like Smoke on the Water and Fire in the Sky. Literally a disaster at the end.
Trim the
It was
album.
literally as if they put Smoke on the Water and Fire in the Sky and ruined it for
Something
everybody.
happened.
Ruined it for the fans in Osaka
Most probably,
and Tokyo.
Ian Gillan was absolutely tired. The way he was singing, whatever
Yeah,
he sang in this,
we
and then he
are
was done.
probably getting 7 performances out of 15 or 20 that they did on one of those nights.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh my God, they did 20? No.
yeah. So
No,
this was
they
the
would be
last one.
exhausted.
So by the end, this may be justified. But still, if you're a professional, I can't really
Then
believe
don't
you
perform
stoop that
20.
low.
Then
You
don't
might as
perform.
well leave. You might as well leave. You can't stoop this low, and you can't include it on your album.
No.
For heaven's sake, I'm sure you had at least 20 other performances better than this. You shouldn't have included on the album that to a 20-minute performance. Of course, there will be many who will disagree with this one, I'm sure. But this is my 2-piece. This is my reaction video. This is our reaction video, and this is what we think about this crap that we just heard.
It boils down to honesty as well. I could have said the same way, going with the flow, that it's all good and it was great. But I didn't feel like. I really didn't feel like. I felt even when Ian Gillan was singing in this song, he was pushing it too hard. I mean, he sounded tired. It wasn't the same as it sounded earlier.
I think
like
the music,
in the
music
he
sounded
sounded
tiring.
funny and
The music was tiring
and it was entertaining.
and they were really tired.
So just being
was
honest,
exhausting.
whether you receive it well or not, that's up to you. But
No,
this is what it
I
is.
think if you don't receive it well, you don't really understand music anyway. So
And we don't have to be dishonest.
We
It is what it is.
like the first 5 a lot.
Yeah, we love it. I loved it, and I'm gonna listen to them again and again. And this is something you want to, tell your friends
so
and your family. This is a
You
great
shouldn't
album.
even be here on this particular channel, Inoma, because if you don't like music, this is not the place to be. This is only for pure music lovers, and that's who we are. We are as honest and blunt as can be,
music lovers.
and we sit here and listen to music, and then we share our thoughts openly, honestly, sincerely. And if you appreciate that kind of honesty and openness, definitely check out our Patreon page and request a few songs. We listen to it, even if it's something like this, as lowly and shallow as this, the last performance of Deep Purple on this album, made in Japan. We'll listen to it, but we'll definitely share our honest opinion after that and be ready for it.
Also, before we end, I would like to thank Marco, the national acrobat, as his ID says, our patron, for requesting this album still. Because I enjoyed first 5 songs, to the max. I could not have expected something this phenomenal was still to be explored. So many things and so many elements in them that was good. It's music, entertainment, everything. It was a full package. Not the last two. Thank you.